Did you get to a point in 2022 where you thought that your wrestling career was done, your in-ring career was done?
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, this is, the problem is you look around the wrestling landscape, and I even think to my past, and I'm like, man, I had so much freedom to kind of be me and do my thing, and now I'm doing this damn, whatever this stupid model thing is. I don't know who this is or what this is, but all right, well, I got a nice raise out of it, so at least I'll try and make this thing work. And so I'm sitting there and I'm trying to do it, and all praise to Mason Mansour, because I mean, I even heard them, kind of sharing the stories about how Vince was just, it was really weird because it was like, I was told not to talk anything like I did, nothing, like don't say any of the things you said, don't talk any of the way you did, and I'm like, okay, I mean, what brought me to the dance is getting completely stripped from me. But all right, I mean, at the same time, I kind of looked at it as a challenge. I'm like, I'm frustrated by it, but I'm also kind of like, okay, well, let's see how we can do this. And then, I mean, in short order, it was just like, this is crazy. And then he and I were kind of, it's not like we were butting heads necessarily, but it was just like, he had a vision for this thing that put such a microscope on it. And I didn't know what the hell it was, but I was trying to figure it out. And it just was not going well. And I was very unhappy, and I'm sure he probably was. And then at some point it was just like, all of a sudden I'm not on TV, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm fired. I'm pretty sure this whole ride's over. And at that point I'm kind of looking at other options and what I can do and where I can go to kind of, just keep my whole thing rolling. And lo and behold, circumstances prevailed that kind of put me in the right spot where I could at least come back in a wrestling capacity, do my thing. And again, like I said, I don't think there were great expectations thrust upon me. It was just, hey, here's a guy who can handle himself. He's a professional. He knows how to do his thing in the ring, and we can work him with some guys who can, he can have some good programs. Well, surprise, surprise, all in your eyes, because things just got a little crazy after that.
You still got it over. This is the best thing about you, whether you're Eli Drake, whether you're Max Dupri, or whether you're LA Knight.
Man, I don't want to hear that name ever again. Yeah, go ahead.
You find a way to get it over.
I can't say that for Max. I didn't have a long enough time to do that.
I don't know. There's nobody that would. If you're a wrestling fan, it's Max Dupri because you made that work.
God. Yeah.
You love Max.
Such
Dupri.
trash.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, a lot of it is one of those first lessons is act like you belong. Kind of like just kind of owning the room, owning the moment, and kind of just being bigger than, I guess, anybody that's in there. Like when I'm walking into that arena, I'm a god, and I don't not as me,
yes,
but like in that character when I'm walking in that thing. It's like that's the only trait, the only persona, the only thought that I can take on is like there's nervousness before I come through the curtain. If you don't have that, you're not alive. I guarantee you everybody gets those jitters where it's like, all right, I got to go out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this thing. And then once you break that curtain and you are out there, my God, all of a sudden you have to embrace that, like, this is my arena. This is my ring. This is my world right now. And you're all living in it. And there's really no other way to approach that if you really want to own that moment and own what you're doing. And so I think that kind of helps present those things or to get those things over in some way.